Hi everyone, I hope that you have watched my introductory video and that you have seen a little bit about me and a little bit about the course, what I discussed, and I'll try to have some of those types of videos throughout so you get to know me, and I hope to get to know you through your artwork, through your comments, through your emails, and anything that you are able to communicate through me for this month. I'm going to go through right now and do the introduction to classroom and classroom rules just to get this out of the way and talk to you about all my expectations in class and at home through the Google Classroom for this quarter. So, Mrs. Mathieu, and it's spelled Mathieu, and I'll tell you a little bit about me. I love anything artistic and creative and like to have fun and change things up, and if you have any ideas or different perspectives, I'm all ears. I do Olympics of the Visual Arts for Fashion at the high school, and that is for boys and girls. We create a dress or an outfit based on whatever the problem is. So they give us something and it's a competition. It's a lot of fun. It's all made out of paper. And then I teach studio art, digital photography, and graphic art. I also do a lot of personal art, from painting to drawing to photography. And on the flip side, I'm a gamer. A lot of you won't really realize that right away. It's not something that one expects, but I am. I do World of Warcraft primarily. So everyone has, like I mentioned in the other video, everyone has a lot of facets of their personality that I'm really hoping to get to know and you can portray. So about my classroom, and I know it seems kind of silly to be doing this now, but I'm doing this to get out of the way so that when we come back, I'll be able to review it quickly and then we'll just move right on to the fun stuff. So, you mean to tell me the daily agenda has been written on the board all year? Yes, this is how I do my rules because I don't want to be too rigid, and this is a fun way of doing it visually through the arts. These memes are basically telling you the rules, but in a fun way. So the agenda will always be on the board. It'll always have the projects, what we're doing. So if it's somehow not, let me know. And this is what I look like when you're talking when I'm talking. So definitely when we get back into class, this is one of my most important rules, is that if I'm giving you information, you are listening and you are not doing anything else besides paying attention, because unlike in other classes, I only talk for a few minutes at the beginning of class. I'm only giving you vital information for the class, and oftentimes you're going to be doing this, this, and this, and then let's get to work. So it's very important that you are paying attention during those times. This is your teacher when you are paying attention, and your teacher when you don't. It's kind of silly, but relatively true. I do expect you to be respectful and listen and try your best. And if you are not, then I cannot help you as best as I can. And I'm not going to be able to let you know what you need to know to have a really great time. On my face after I give instructions and someone asks what to do. This is a silly one, but generally if I know everyone was listening, but maybe you were just unable to comprehend, or you have a question about something, that's fine, I'll answer it. But if I know you're just checking out and you're not listening, I'll honestly say you should have listened, and I guess you can figure it out, or you can go and ask your friends, because that's, the instruction is done, and now I need to get to helping everyone with those instructions. This is art, so why do you not bring a utensil? I do have pencils, but I do not have an infinite number of pencils, so please bring a pencil, please bring your art supplies if you have them, and try not to lose them. If you need to borrow one, then ask me. Of course I'll let you borrow a pencil for another class, but please make sure that you are paying attention and not being thoughtless with my supplies. All right, Absolutely no swearing in my classroom. Obviously, if something slips here or there, I'm not going to be too harsh about it. Please apologize right away and try not to have swearing at all. This is definitely not just for my classroom, but it's definitely one of the things that I am not a fan of. And I know that when you are in the high school, since I teach both, that's a really big deal. And when you go on into your career, you can't do that. So try now to weed it out of your daily vocabulary. Can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you? I hate this question. Of course you can go to the bathroom. Then the rule is that one person is allowed at the bathroom at a time. You need to write a pass, but you don't need to ask me every single time. All you need to do is come and have your agenda with everything filled out and I will sign it. You don't even need to ask, then go get your agenda. Or if you don't have your agenda, I have sticky notes on my desk. Just fill it all out with your name, the date, the time, and where you're going, whether it's the bathroom, the nurse, or the locker, and I will allow one person out at a time. So, hopefully this is never one of you. When the teacher calls on you unexpectedly, I usually try to call on people that I know are willing and want to answer, but I'll hopefully never put you in a position that you are like this poor cat. And most of the time, your participation in art is by creating your projects and communicating at your tables and with me one-on-one. So hopefully this won't be you. So unfortunately at home you don't have teamwork helping you get all of your mess cleaned up, but when you get back to school, this is extremely important. We will be all working together at our tables to clean up your tables. We will not be leaving a mess. We will not be disrespecting our art supplies or the room around us. It's a very small room and we need to make sure we keep it flowing in a really great condition. So grading is definitely interesting this year. I really encourage all of you to do the projects on the Google Classroom and do the very best you can. That is all I expect with whatever materials you have at home. I can't wait to see what examples you are giving me. But until we get back into the classroom, everything is really important to do, but I'm going to give you suggestions, I'm going to give you tips, and we're going to look at your artwork, but it's more for your development only. So when we return, you will be getting an official grade. A lot of grading in art is participation. Did you do it? Did you try your best? Did you push yourself a little bit? Did you take some of my suggestions into consideration? Or did you explain to me why you made this choice and then we decide that's all right? So, of course, if you're there, if you're participating, then you are going to get a really good grade in art. So that is the only reason you would do badly, is that if you are not there or you don't make up your artwork. When a student asks if they missed anything when they're absent, of course you missed something, but don't stress it. In art, we usually take 1 to 2 weeks to do each project. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to come in and you're going to catch up within that day. We'll get you caught up. We'll get you right back on the path that everyone else is on. If you need to make up something, when we return to school, period 10s are a nice way to do that. You also can take something home with you, but most of the time we can catch you up in class. So don't stress about this. Focus on the other missed work that you are able to do, like math and science and English. And when we return to class, what if I told you lining up at the door does not make the bell ring faster? I know you're all so very anxious when you're in school to get to your next class, but the lining up at the door, it kind of creates a chaotic scene, and we're all still cleaning and we're all still managing the supplies and the tables, so that is not something that I allow. You need to stay at your seats or stand near your seat, and as long as everything's cleaned up, we'll all get out. on time and in a nice way. Okay, so lastly, the cell phone policy in art. I only allow cell phones when you are listening to music on your earbuds or headphones only. You may not play music out loud. That is your personal music. If you have earbuds or headphones, please put them in or don't listen at all. You can look up a picture for reference as long as you're letting me know what you're doing, or very, very discreetly checking something and putting it quickly away. I will give you one warning and then I will call home the next time, and after that a call to the office or a write-up is next. So please just be appropriate when you are using your cell phones and abide by Draper policy. Okay, so guys, now that that is done, I'm going to show you quickly how to go to your Google Classroom. I can't get into where I would hand in an assignment, but I'm going to tell you how to do that. So if you go over to Little Waffle here, once my computer loads, and you go down to Classroom, or you can type it up here, classroom.google.com, and you'll see I have a ton of classes because I do a lot of digital artwork at the high school. So you're going to have a class that's like Mahonison 8th grade art. And essentially you're going to go in, I'll do the studio art just as an example. You're going to go in and you're going to see links to videos, and you're going to see assignments. So it's going to say a new assignment, so figure drawing review. And you see the students, I see the students, but you will see the instructions. And then any links or any pictures and examples. So that will take you to a video that you'll watch. Over here on yours, it will say turn in, hand in, all of that information, and unfortunately I can't see that. So what you'll do is when you are done, you're going to turn in and you're going to submit a link, whether it's a picture that you did or it is a example of an artwork, or it is a drawing, whatever the example is that you're doing. You can see I put different messages and different assignments up, sometimes just a written assignment, sometimes a video, and then you can comment here as well if you have any troubles, or email me. So when you are getting your first assignment, what I'm going to do is link. It's going to be like this color wheel, and it'll say you're going to review the color wheel in a fun way and go on a scavenger hunt in your own home. And here are some examples. This is going to be our first project this week after you've listened to these videos. You are creating your very own scavenger hunt color wheel. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, or purple. And go through and find things in your house and then take a picture of it. Put it all together. Find things that are interesting in different shades of the different colors and values. You can have it smaller like this one, or more spread out like this one. Be creative, be fun, use toys, use makeup, Legos, whatever materials you have around the house is okay. Alright everyone, so I can't wait to see what you do and can't wait to get started, and email me or put comments below, but we're going to have a really fun time. Thank you everyone.